Welcome to Crossroad Connection, speaking out for those left unheard. My name is David Schuringa, your host, and we have another exciting program for you today as we talk about prison art. And I have in the studio with me Erin Zoutendam. Welcome, Erin.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Erin is an associate editor here at Cross
That's
Bible
correct.
Institute, and also she is an executive assistant to the president, whoever that is.
Whoever that is.
Whoever that is. But one exciting role that you have is that you are involved with our prisoner art gallery.
That is correct.
And why don't you explain to folks what that's all about?
Sure. Well, it's my understanding that almost since the advent of CBI, students had voluntarily sent in their artwork, especially on the envelopes that contain their lessons. And CBI wanted to honor that. It's kind of an offering that they give us, and we wanted to honor that. So initially we had the Crossroad Journal of the Arts, which everyone receives who's on our mailing list or if they're one of our students.
It was like an inmate newsletter, but everybody gets it.
Right. And it's, I think, one of our most popular mailings.
By far.
And after that, we had so much art that we had the tangible pieces, and we didn't know what to do with these beautiful works. So we decided to make a really professional venue to showcase those and to honor those. And from there, the art gallery just kind of took off.
The art gallery is a dream come true for me as the president, 14 or 15 years ago. And like you said, we were getting these pieces of art in unsolicited, just coming in. And so I thought, well, we just can't put those in a pile somewhere, So
Right.
people were kind of pasting them on the walls and stuff. And,
Sure.
and of course, that's why we started that inmate newsletter. But the actual gallery, now that is a very cool thing. People need to come and see, right?
It is. It's incredibly beautiful. It's very moving. I think our visitors are often surprised at how personal their engagement with the gallery is.
As they go from room to room
Right.
and they see the different themes.
Right.
Now, people can come just off the street and see the gallery,
Absolutely.
but they can also make an appointment with a small group or a large group.
Right.
And we have quite an event for them. Why don't you explain that?
Right.
Because you're integrally involved with that.
Sure. So we're really happy to receive guests, and we want to make sure that they know that and that they really profit from their time with us. So when they come, typically I give a brief presentation. It's about 15 or 20 minutes, helping them understand how to view the art so that they're not just kind of lost in our gallery thinking, oh, that's kind of nice. I help them. We have a presentation that alerts them to what are the common themes, what are the common motifs that you might see, what might they mean. We've kind of speculated if we see some kind of symbol very often over and over, we think, why is this important to our students? And after that presentation, we have gallery viewing, and people are free to look at the pieces at their own pace. And after that, we typically have refreshments available the whole time. And then if people are game, we're happy to show them around the whole office and tell them more about what we do here.
People learn things about art, prison art, that they never would have guessed.
That's right.
In terms of, like you said, the various themes that they have. For example, we'll see birds and butterflies
Yes.
denoting freedom, perhaps, and we see people maybe devoting family members. We see pain. We see rivers. We see. I mean, there's just all kinds of themes. You
Right.
kind of tease those all out.
Sure,
And say,
right.
here's they are. Also, you kind of explain how in the world do they do prison art
Right,
in prison, right? Because they don't have
yeah.
these galleries and
Right.
these art places. So they have to get pretty creative. I think.
Right.
Right. I mean,
Yes,
to get
so-
colors, maybe M&Ms or something
Right.
like
They can chip off that candy coating that is just, we don't even think about it when we pop them in our mouths, but they can chip off that coating, maybe take the ink off of like a potato chip bag or something like that. We find that our students are incredibly resourceful. Those who are in prisons without funded art programs, of course, some facilities have some materials, but probably the majority don't have anything.
Yeah, of course not. When you think about prisoners and art, when people come in to see the prisoners' art, does it have any effect on how they think about prisoners?
Yeah, I think overwhelmingly the feedback we get is that it really changes the way the visitors are interacting in their minds with prisoners. Obviously, they're not interacting in person, but they say, you know, when I see these pieces, it's impossible for me to think of these people as the criminal element or, you know, just some gang members who are bent on destruction or something kind of stereotypical like that. They say, I see these pieces and these are so clearly from my fellow human beings and my fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, and it's impossible for me to kind of continue overlooking them.
When you see them in this creative mode rather than think of them in in a destructive mode,
Yeah.
we see more of the image of God being restored in them and being nurtured.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's the beautiful thing about it.
It is.
Now, there's another thing. We got a traveling art show. Could
Yeah.
you tell our viewers about that?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. It's been in several churches in the Western Michigan area, and we're actually booked several months in advance because it's very popular. And we have anywhere from 15 to 30 pieces that we will kind of package up and take to area churches, or it could be a business or a school or whatever. And then however much space they have, we can provide art to fill that space. That way they have a really visual reminder of what we do. And it's just been very popular, and we've sent it all over.
Yeah, that's been a real surprise to see how many institutions and churches would like to have the art right
Yeah.
on their own campus there,
Yeah.
and it encourages people to become instructors.
That's right.
It's just it's very unique. So, well, thank you very much, Erin. This has been
Oh, my
extremely helpful. If you want to get to know Erin real well, then what you got to do is you need to sign up, give her a call, Erin at cbi.fm, and set up a time to come to the art gallery.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she would be delighted to give you a tour and to bring your church group here, or she'll line up bringing a bunch of art over to your church. And also, we have a few pieces for sale too, don't we?
We do. We have some prints of some of our best or most popular works that are available.
Right. So there's a lot of ways in which they can gauge. And of course, if you're not on our mailing list, you definitely want to get on our mailing list because you will get the Crossroad Journal of the Arts, which has the art and poems of our prisoners. And you mentioned that early on in the program. But if you don't get that in your home, you want to sign up for it because it's definitely something very worthwhile
Absolutely.
getting. Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of Crossroad Connection. That art gallery, you've got to see it. It's a destination art gallery. So it is worth flying to Grand Rapids to do only that, just to see the art gallery.
That's right.
And then you can maybe, go see family. But, come to see the art gallery because whether you're in West Michigan, in the Midwest, anywhere in the world, it is worthwhile seeing. Am I exaggerating?
No, I don't think so. People
Not a bit.
are always surprised at how much they really
Everybody,
enjoy it.
honestly, everybody says it exceeds their expectations.
That's right.
So if you want something to exceed your expectations, how often does that happen in the world, in life? Come to the Crossroad Inmate Art Gallery. My name is David Schuringa. I've been here with Erin Zoutendam.
Yes,
Did I get
that's
that right?
correct.
With Erin Zoutendam. And it's been great to be with you. Thanks for being here, and we hope to see you again right here next week.